G'day, g'day, welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. How are we all doing? Good, good. I see Brett's in transit again. I see Razor's in there. Sam's away for dinner. You can see I'm all set up here with this, what did I call it? The Surf's Up shaving brush. One of Srdjan's ones. Yeah, so feels like I was only here yesterday. I was, I don't know if you've had a chance to catch up on the last night's stream yet, but if not, you can catch up on it whenever you've got some spare time. Aye, that was one of the sneaky ones that I managed to get in was yesterday, so I will have another couple in. I'm at SES tomorrow night at group night. I've got your Thursday night stream, and then I might be doing one on Friday and one on Saturday. And then we'll have our normal Sunday night one again, and hopefully that should just about get me caught up. I will have some casting to do, and I have got another couple of handles to do, but that'll get me caught up so that I don't feel I'm so backlogged anyway. How's the sound? Sounds all good. T-Man, how are you, buddy? We've got yours in store as well, mate. How is everybody? All good? I'm not going to waste too much time tonight, fellas. I'm going to get started in this one because we don't know what we're going to cop with this one. It should be nice. I mean, the blank looks nice, but you just never know what you're going to get when you get inside, especially with these Burls. So I'm going to crash on with that. So let me just get a couple of little things sorted out here first. We'll put up the my subscribe, please subscribe button there. We'll put that up in the bottom left. We've got the little screen going there. Mic volumes looks okay. Music volume should be okay. So I think I can go back to the Facebook stream on the laptop here, and I think we should be able to get cracking, eh? Okay, Razor in there. Yeah, Razor's in there. We had a funny thing happen on the stream last night too. It was like the computer totally crashed, and the stream was still going through according to a monitor, and the data rate on the monitor for the audio video mixer, because that's got a built-in decoder in it, so that's what actually sends a signal through to the computer and takes the workload off the computer. But whatever happened, the computer crashed last night, and yeah, I couldn't get it to get back into YouTube. It was like we just totally lost the stream. However, the stream didn't disappear, so obviously the cache on the encoder and the audio video mixer kept the stream feeding back through to YouTube, but I had just nothing on my laptop. I couldn't even get back into YouTube. It was like it was related to either YouTube or related to Google. I don't know what it was, Google Chrome. So, but anyway, we're all good again now. So I'm just going to turn this blank up. I've got it set ready to go. I'm just going to turn it up, and I'm just going to start just nipping the corners off it till we get it to round. Just nice and carefully, nice and slowly. I can sort of see a shadow there, so I can see where I need to turn down to. It'll still be pretty lumpy there. There's still a fair bit to come off the corners. I just want to keep an eye on that burl to make sure that the burl's cutting nicely. have a look at that. We've got dust everywhere again. Now, this burl's not cutting as nicely as the other stuff. I'd say this stuff's maybe a fair bit softer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change over now, and I'll probably use my bidan. And we'll see if we can get a cleaner cut on the burl with the bidan. But I'm just going to keep taking the corners off first till we get rid of them. Yeah, she's an interesting blank, this one, T-Man. Might just lift my tool rest up a little bit. And we'll see how that cuts. Yeah, we're still not square yet, and this burl definitely is not cutting as nicely as the other stuff. Still not quite round yet. I'm hoping that maybe once we get it round, or more round, that it might cut a bit cleaner as well. Yeah, very soft. Very soft. And we're getting lots of dust off it again, like we did the last time with the other ones. And I think what I might do is I might just give this another little touch. I mean, it feels sharp, but I might give it a little touch with the diamond card. So we're still not quite round yet, but we're almost there. There's just a couple of little flat spots. One side's round, two sides, oh, that's still got a flat spot. Three sides have still got a flat spot, slight flat spot. loads of dust. Loads and loads of dust. Okay, we're almost there now. Alright, I can probably go back to this now, just to take the, I'll bring that in a bit closer. Okay, that should about do us, I think. Should be close enough, just smack the microphone. That should get us fairly close now, I think. So we're just going to have a bit of a blowout here. Get that back there, get that back there. Alright, let's have a look, eh? So we'll bring you in now, start bringing you into some of the shots. That's looking alright. Okay, and then we can take you on that shot, just let you see it from the top down. I'm going to take that back and I'm just going to square up that end very, very slightly too. Drop the tool rest down for that one. So again, I'm trying to maximise the amount of material we've got to play with here, because this handle is ideally suited, or the shape of this handle is ideally suited to a longer shape handle, but we're going to try and capture that in what we've got. So I've got to try and work with what I've got, basically. Okay, so we're pretty good there now. So I think what I'll do is we'll drill the hole first. And this hole is not going in quite as deep as some of the others have. This one's only going in 16mm this time. So we'll slow the lathe down a bit, fair bit. So we're going in 16mm and we want a 27mm hole. So we'll clear that up, set it on 0, bring it in till it touches, there we go. And we're going in 16mm. Yep, surf's up, mate. Surf's up. How are you, Srdjan? You had a busy day, mate? Okay. Alrighty, so we'll get rid of this now again. We'll take the tailstock off, turn the tool rest round, and we'll open that up to 27. So I've already set my calipers. Around there. Speed the lathe up. Put this away now. And we shall go in with the skew. Probably just a tiny touch high. Just at the bottom. Alright, we'll just check that. So yep, bang on 27. Probably can't see that there, but anyway. So bang on 27. Razor, how are you, buddy? Samuel must be back from dinner, or he's sitting having his dinner watching this. Okay, right, let's start a little bit of gentle shaping at the top of this one. And I also want to put a couple of pencil marks on it. So I'm going to try and use, because the shape of this one, like I said before, is ideally suited to a longer handle, I'm going to try and keep the full length of this for this one, because I think it really needs it. And the top is going to be a smaller section to normal, because we need to get that long look within the handle. So we have got exactly 72 mil on the top. So I'm thinking that I'm going to make the top section probably about 22, and the bottom section will take up the rest. So top section will be around about here. And Grey Dog, good morning, mate, how are you? We're into it, we're into it. So we're probably going to be taking a fair bit of material off this one too, because it's not a big heavy chunky looking handle, this one. We can have it a little bit chunkier and try and maintain that shape, but we'll see how we go. I don't want to take it down too small, and I don't want to leave it too chunky, because it won't won't get the same look if it's too chunky. So I'm going to bring up the tailstock again, we'll put the live centre in. One thing I didn't check was the depth, but we should be spot on with that. Yep, 16 bang on. So all good. Right, so just to get this going, I'm actually going to lock that in there for a little while till I get the bulk of the shaping done up the top section here. And as you can see, we're going to be fighting the streamers again tonight. Big wide ones tonight. So I'll keep that handy. Should be in focus now. I mean, it's on automatic focus. It could be the streamers causing the lens to throw out. Believe me, there's loads of streamers. That's in focus, isn't it? Yeah, I can't do the, I can do the manual exposure and everything, but I can't do manual focus because I'd be forever changing it. So I've got to rely on the automatic. Might bring the tool rest in a bit closer now as well when I can see them there. Yeah, it's over the top with streamers, mate. It feels quite soft, the resin. I mean, it's obviously an epoxy. It's not a, well, an epoxy or a, it's not a brittle resin. Very, very soft. Might drop this down a little touch and bring it in a little bit closer again. Could be my head getting in the picture too. If my head's getting in the picture, that could be causing, because this is here and my head's up here, it could be causing the camera to go out of focus too. Yeah, because you've got to keep clearing it, Sam. It's it gets in the way. You can't see what the tool's doing. And you need to be able to see the edge of the tool so that you can see how you present it to the piece to get the right cut. But it's just the joys of turning with resin. I mean, you get that a lot. Polyester resins, on the other hand, are very brittle and very hard, and you can get chip out with those. But with the epoxies and, you know, I think Alumilite's like that as well. I mean, we don't get a lot of Alumilite over here, but it's a big one in the States. I think Alumilite is like an epoxy as well, so it'll be softer, but again, it depends on how you mix them up too. Obviously, if you put more hardener in, it's like epoxy glue. You put more hardener in, you'll get it, you know, it'll go harder and more brittle. Polyester's like that with the catalyst. If you put more catalyst in, the blank generates a lot more heat, but it'll also go brittle to the point that if you put too much in, you'll crack the blank. So, you know, there is a little bit to it. It's not just a case of buying some resin and throwing some colours in it and off you go. Yep, she's a real pain in the bum when you got loads and loads of streamers and you can't see what you're doing. So I'm probably going to leave this top piece at that for now, and I'll start shaping the bottom section of the handle now, till we see see how the shape's going to start pulling up for us. And because these shavings are so thin off the sharp tool, we also want to stick to everything because of the static. So everything gets plastered in it, you know. But that's just the way it is. It's just the joys of turning resin. And wood turning is messy. It doesn't matter whether you're turning resin or you're turning wood. I mean, obviously the wetter the wood is, the more shavings you get off it. The drier it is, the more dust you get off it. You can still get shavings, but you get a lot of dust off dry timber. Whereas wet timber will just stream, you just get shavings off it all the time. Right, now this one has got a fairly sharp entry point in here, and then it pretty much goes in quite sharply and then bulbs out. So I'm not going to go too far down the handle with this at this point in time. I'm going to try and keep it a little bit bulkier, and if we need to trim it down to thin it out, we can. It just means we need to do it all over. So it's like turning the handle twice. Because you get it down to a shape, and then if you think it needs to be thinned, then you've got to turn the whole shape down again, take the same amount of material off everywhere. Now, getting down there a bit now, so I'm going to bring the ring down now as well. We'll go on with that. So you can see, I mean, the tool's barely touching that and it's just taking off material. There's no noise, there's no scraping, there's no nothing, it's just so soft. So I'll leave that there for now. We'll come back to here. Actually, I might put a parting tool mark in as well, so that I've got something to work to, because this handle turns in a fair bit at the bottom as well. This particular shape, anyway. So we'll go in with need to lower this a bit more. And as I said, I'm trying to use the whole blank the best I can, because it's a long shaped, thin shaped handle compared to what we normally do. especially to get the look, which, like I say, we're probably going to have to thin it right down if we want to try and get it the same look as the picture I've got here. But we'll keep going at the moment. As long as we've got more material, we can always take it down. If we take it down too far now, we can't add it back on, you know. So now I'm just going to start kind of starting to shape the bottom of the handle now. We're not quite round there, I don't think. And I might just take a bevel off here, just to give me a bit more room. Okay. So it's just keep nibbling away till we end up at the shape we want with this one. guy, we'll just have to have a bit of a clean up. What a mess! Anyway, it's going to need thinned down a lot to get it looking like the one we've got, so or the picture that I've got. Oh yeah, you want to see the mess of the garage. The workshop, the streamers everywhere. All over all my other gear too. Dust off the timber. And this stuff, because it's so light, is just going absolutely everywhere. Even me, it's sticking to me everywhere, look. But it's all good, it's all part of the fun. Right, so back in here. But we've got to get it, it's too chunky, it's got to be really thin this for this shape of handle, or you've got to go with this sort of style where it we need to bring this out again, lift it up more. Right, now we go back in here and we dig even deeper. Yeah, see, this is all still way too chunky up here. The bottom's got to be chunky, but the top's got to be quite thin to get that right shape. Yeah, it's getting a rhodium fitted in it, mate. It's one of Srdjan's. Srdjan is rhodium. He's Mr. Rhodium himself. Ah. What I'm also trying to keep an eye on is that I don't go too far in here and find that we end up hitting the socket. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look now and see if we've got how much meat we've got left. So turn it all off before we stick our fingers anywhere near it. Yeah, we can still go in a fair bit. So that's okay. It's going to be real nice, this one. That Burl and resin top is going to really be nice. It's going to be very beachy. Like I said, I think the Surf's Up, as I called it, is the ideal name for these brushes, I reckon. It's so spot on. Oh, I'm going to have to take those buttons off, I think, and get away. Yeah, it's going to go down a bit and out a bit. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. These would have to be the worst streamers I've ever come across, to be honest. Yeah, shocking. Right. Yeah, the whole thing's got to be slimmed down, Srdjan, because you're not going to get the look of that that handle unless we do the one that you sent me in the picture, mate. The whole thing's got to be slimmed, even the top, you know. I'm doing it bit by bit so I don't take off too much of one area, mate. So, Yeah, the whole thing's going to be slimmed down. But I think we're still going to be struggling with that short blank to get that long look handle. See, what really happens, because it's the picture is of a longer handle, what tends to happen is it should only be this bit in here that's getting hollowed, and this bit comes out to form the bowl, and that gives it the length, it gives it that sort of length. But this blank, I think, is too short to get that same look without really taking it down in thickness. What's being said now? Usual protagonist, how are you? Yeah, you're not going to get that look, Srdjan, I don't think. I think the handle blank's too short, mate. We're trying to condense too much with this and this here to get that shape the way you've got it pictured without thinning it right down. looking a little bit better, but it's still, to get that look, I think we'd still have to go a lot thinner. Just trying to thin this out up in here. That will give it a little bit more of a slender look. So you see, by thinning it down a lot more here, we're actually starting to get the look now. But we're not going to get it 100% like the picture, because we don't have enough length. But we're slowly pulling it in now to where we're starting to get that look. Okay, what's your thoughts on how that's looking, Srdjan? It's still a little bit squattier than the picture. Still think we probably need what a mess. Is Srdjan still in here? It is everywhere. I'm still thinking in a little bit here. What do you think of the shape, mate? We're starting to get closer to it. I'm thinking we still need to be a bit thinner up here, I think, to get that look of that other brush. And I could probably just slightly straighten that out a little bit there. Too high. What's your thoughts on the shape, mate? Guys, I'll tell you what, that resin is really soft, eh? That's because I've got the tailstock out, but I just wanted to get that a little bit shape out of that. I'm going to go back in there. Okay, what are you thinking there, mate? I'll stop it. Just gonna have a look. It actually, I mean, it's not parted off yet, but it actually feels quite nice in the hand. What do you reckon of the shape, Srdjan? You happy with that, or do you still want the bottom thinned a bit? I'm pretty happy with that actually. I'll probably take the ring down just a touch more. Okay. I think we'll leave it at that. Is that more like it for you, Srdjan? Just let me just define the bottom a little bit more there, just so you can see the shape better. It looks absolutely beautiful, aye. We've captured that shape, kinda, but we will need to just round a bit more in the bottom there to shape that, just to get the round to flow through underneath the brush, and then we'll have the hollow on the very bottom. Yeah, I just can't get in there with that tool, so we'll have to do it when it comes off the lathe. So what I'll do now is I'll start doing a little bit of sanding, and if we need to do anything to that bottom, we can do it when it's in the lathe the other way around. But this is just going to blend everything in now. It's even got little sparkles in it, fellas. In the resin, there's just very, not a lot, just a little bit. Like what I like to do, I just like to drop a few in. Don't overload it because you spoil it when you overload it. But it's got a few little sparkly bits in it, which you'll probably not see in here, but you'll see it when I post the little 30-second video and the photographs that I take. And I post them up to Facebook and Instagram. Okay. I'll go back to that shot for you now, fellas, and you'll, it's a bit blowing out. Let me see if I can do anything about that, eh? That's about as far as I can go, fellas, I think, without it getting too dark. And if I sort of flattish, mate. You've got plenty of meat there left for the knot. Not quite flat, it's just very, very slightly that wide. Very, very slightly, and then it goes into the round. Okay, here we go again. At least you can see it a lot better since I've taken that exposure down, eh? Okay, I'm going there a touch now. How are we all going in the chat, alright? as well a little bit. You may have a couple of little holes to fill in this as well, Srdjan. There's a couple of little white spots in the burl, which is probably dust, but it's probably where there's hollows. Or where where the resin hasn't penetrated or something. But it's not too bad, and it won't take much, to be honest. That's pretty good. All right. You're liking what you're seeing, guys, eh? It is very nice. Okay, just going to go through the pads now, very gently and carefully. Okay, that's one down. You'll notice I've got new pads here again, Grey Dog. Say your usual. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Okay, another one done. Dee, 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 dee. It's that one. Thanks to everybody that comes in the stream, but especially to my supporters, Patreon supporters. So thanks Razor, Sam, Brett. Thanks for your support, it's much appreciated. Helps me buy a few little bits and pieces. Instead of having to Okay, well that's that one. We'll just give it a bit of a touch up with hand now. Now this timber will probably dry lighter again. It's hard to tell really because, I mean, it has been stabilised, so it might retain its colour and shine now that it's been sanded. It maybe dry a little bit though, because it you know, the resin doesn't, stabilising resin doesn't take every fibre up. The little white bits I was speaking about before that were in the grain, they've actually gone now, but time will tell if those little bits come back and whether they'll need to be fixed up or whether they're just part of the natural timber. Okay, that's that one. And I'm doing all this with one eye, fellas. I got something in my eye last night. Not here. When I was inside the house and sitting back with my cup of coffee, and I had YouTube on, just checking the stream, and something must have fell off my glasses or out of my hair or something and went into my eye. So it's been very sore all day. All bloodshot. I've flushed it a few times, but it still feels like there's something in there, but it could be that the eye's scratched, especially if it's a little piece of acrylic dust or something like that. But it, like I said, it didn't happen because I have my glasses on all the time, but it didn't happen here. It was actually inside. Later on I felt it. But flushed and couldn't get it out, so I've been putting drops in all day today, and I've flushed it a few times today again, but I mean I can still use it, I can still see out it okay, but it's pretty sore. I'm sort of relying more on my other eye at the moment than this one. Let me just get that chat screen up. Okay, that should be that one. Okay. Another one. Nah, nothing today. I'll have a nice cup of coffee when I go in, mate. Sit and put my feet up in the recliner, have a nice cup of coffee, check the stream, take a couple of photographs of this and a little 30-second video, pop them up on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll sit back and enjoy my coffee, watch a little bit of the stream just to make sure everything's all good, I'm happy with everything, and then I'll toddle off to bed. It's all go, mate, it's all go. There's always something to be done. You know, whether it be photographs, videos, editing. I mean, the streams would normally take hours and hours and hours if you were recording them, but because they're live, that saves a hell of a lot of time to people compared to people that that you know shoot their videos and then edit them, dub the voice and everything, and then they'll normally post them up. So there's hours and hours of work goes into that, but with a live you sort of eliminate all that, but you've still got to do all the other stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of time. But I enjoy it, like I said before, I enjoy it, and I enjoy you guys getting a little bit of catch up and a bit of chat going, having a laugh, having a bit of banter. At the same time, seeing how these are made and what sort of effort goes into making them, and seeing all the different techniques and different types of blanks, and it's all good stuff. It keeps me off the street, I guess. Mind you, I'm sure the wife would find some things for me to do. She's pretty good, She never bothers me or hassles me about anything like this. She's a keeper. She's a keeper. Yeah, pups are good, mate. They're getting big, or bigger. I mean, they're only staffies, so they won't get too big, but yeah, they're going great. It was funny today, because I came out here to do something, come out to the workshop, and I let them out the backyard, and I was only in here all of about a minute, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, something, and the next thing I hear is barking, and it was a real aggressive bark, you know, as if there was somebody breaking in the house or something, you know. And anyway, I thought I better go and see what's going on, something's not right. So I went up the backyard, and as I'm walking up the backyard, the girl comes, Indy, she came running to meet me, but you can always tell, it was like, oh, it wasn't me. And anyway, he was still barking, and really bark. And it turned out what had happened was, I looked up the yard and I eventually saw what he was barking at, and it was a plastic bag had blown over the fence, like a shopping plastic bag had blown over the fence, and he obviously didn't know what it was, so he was having a go at it, and wondering what was going on and what it was, you know. So I went up and picked the plastic bag up and threw it in the bin, and he was as good as gold after that. So he's going to be good for watching the place, keeping an eye on the place, that's for sure. All right. Well, that's the pads done. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a dry off with a fresh towel, and we'll give the timber a little bit of a wipe with methylated spirits as well, just to help the drying process. Yeah, exactly, Grey Dog, exactly, mate. Right, a little bit of methylated spirits on a fresh towel again. Gonna have to get me some more of these. I've gone through about 4 rolls in the last couple of weeks. There we go, that'll help it dry out a little bit. The timber is pretty well sealed because see, there's not a lot of, there's only a tiny little bit of dust coming off that, so it is pretty well sealed. That's for the stabilising. Okay, so you can see she's sort of dried out a bit more now. Now we're ready to, yeah, we can turn it around now, and we can part off the, I'll put it up there out the way in case I drop it. Get rid of that chuck, and we'll get the small jaw one. How are you, Ryan? What do I need that for? Right, we'll put this one in here, and we'll take up the slack. Hopefully, and we should have a centre mark in the bottom of that as well, which should line up. Yep, there it goes. So I'm just going to push that in a bit, lock that off. And then we'll just snip this up just very, very slightly. Because I do have to shape this one a little bit on the bottom, so I don't want it coming off. And it doesn't take much to pop them off the jaws or break them off the jaws. Okay. I'm going to have to go down pretty low with this, and I might have to just come in on a slight angle. Okay, let's see how we go, just touching the waste block there. So the timber I'm cutting now is the waste block, not the handle, because the handle's right basically on the bottom. We used the whole blank. There we go. So we'll take this out the way now, and we'll take you to that shop. Take that away. We'll bring that in. It's going to come up a touch. Pull a bit there. We'll soon see. Right, now we're just going to go in with the spindle gouge. Again, I'm just using the wing of the spindle gouge. It's been sharpened, so we're just going to draw that wing across the bottom. Now I'll have a look at that. Yeah, so we need just a little bit more. And I'll check that there. Yeah, a little bit more. And then I'll put a little round in the, a little bit more of a round on the very, very bottom there. Don't want to take too much there, or it'll start to impact on the shape. Are we going there now? Yep, nearly there. Alright, we'll have a look at that. Yep, check that for round. Now I'm going to go a bit more on that in the centre. Have another look. Yeah, that'll do it. And we'll check that. Probably could still do with a little bit more hollow on it. I'm happy that the bottom's clean enough now, but I think we need a little bit more hollow. I might just drop it down just a tad. Okay, that should be it now. Yep, that'll do it. Oh, okay. Right, now I'll turn it round. And I'm just going to try and just very, very slightly take that edge off. Very, very slightly. And that'll do us. So now we'll go back in with the sandpaper. Very carefully and gently. Okay, next one. We're getting there, fellas. Not a lot left to do. We will hit it with the wet as well though. Oh, Brett's back in the stream. How you doing, Brett? Okay, back to the wets. We should be back in action, hopefully. Yep, there we go. Just a battery change, fellas. Oh, what's going on now? Bloody laptop's dropped out again. How on earth can that happen? Oh, there it comes back. Oh, fellas, I think my bloody laptop might be playing up. If it's, I hope it's not bloody the laptop. I hope it's Google Chrome or bloody YouTube. Yeah, it nearly done again what it done the other night, Sam. I don't know what's causing it to do that. Last night, I should say. We'll give it a light buff up after this and we'll be done. Another long stream, fellas. Sorry. I think we're going to be hitting the 3-hour mark again. Worth it for the end result though. It's gone again. It's saying error code out of memory on the screen. I don't know why it would be using memory because it's just running. I mean, it's the audio video mixer that's doing all the work. I can't see you in the chat, in the stream, but hopefully you can still see me and hear me. The timer's still clicking away. I've just got no picture. Now it's never done this before the whole time we've streamed, other than last night, and it's done it again tonight. 2 hours and 43 minutes, 45 minutes. Now I've refreshed it twice, and I've still got no picture going through, but I know it's still working because the monitor's telling me it's still working. So I may have to do a restart again. You guys still hear me? You still there? I think it's just my screen has blanked out. I'm starting to wonder if it's maybe something to do with the length of the stream. Okay, let me shut it down. I'm going to hit restart. Power, restart. And we'll see what it comes up with this time. In the meantime, I'm going to take this handle off. Oh, I've got to give it a wipe first, hit it with a bit of meths. Then I'm going to take it over to the buffer and we're going to buff it. According to my monitor, we're still streaming. But according to the laptop, it's restarting. So I don't know what the go is there because the laptop's restarting, but we're still connected to YouTube. It's beyond me. Anyway, I'm going to keep going, see what this laptop does. It's in the process of restarting, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to take over to camera 4, and I'm just going to hit this with a buffer now, fellas. Okay, have I got yous back yet or not? See, what I'm wondering is, if the if yous are still there. I'm just going to get this to log in now. This one. See, the audio video mixer works kind of independent of the computer anyway, because it sends it through my network. So that's not hanging up because it's going directly through the network. It's just that I'm losing Google and I'm losing YouTube at the same time. So I'm just logging in again to YouTube, and we'll see what happens. Go to YouTube Studio. There's the videos. We're looking for the live one. Let's see if that brings that up. I mean, it says excellent connection on here as well. Yeah, there we go. We got you back now. So let me bring you back to here. There we go. Back to bring you back to 1. There you go. I thought you would still be there because, like I said, the screen's still telling me that that the stream's still going. So yeah, it's a bit of a funny one. I don't know what's going on. Something doesn't like running for that period of time, over the 3 hours or whatever. Well, we're only 2 hours 55 minutes at this point. But she's all done. There you go. There's the my eye's bothering me, so I'm struggling in the lights here, fellas. But I'll get it on camera 2 for you. I've just stuck one in my 2-band finest in there, just so you can see it with a brush in it. But there she is in all her glory. There's the bottom. Lovely piece of Burl. I mean, that's flat. It's hollow, like hollowed, but it's flat. But when you look at that in that shot, you can see the grind just makes it dimensional. And I think the light's blowing the rest of it out. But you'll see it in the pictures. I'm going to take a couple of pictures as soon as I go in, fellas. And a little 30-second video in the light tent, and you'll see the colour and everything a lot better than that. Just bring it up to that top shot, see if that does anything, because that exposure I think is quite a bit less than that one. Let me just go to that one for you. Where are we? There we are there. And if I just go over that way a bit, it's hard bloody holding these things in the camera and trying to keep the camera focused at the same time. There you go. All done. Alright fellas, it's that time of the night again where we need to shut the shed door down, turn everything off, turn the lights off, turn everything down, switch everything off and go inside and have a nice cup of coffee. Yeah mate, yeah, done it last night as well. I don't know what's going on. It's like the laptop's just crashing for whatever reason. I don't know why, because it's not doing any work other than running the software for the switcher, so I don't have to use the buttons on the switcher. I can do it all from the laptop. But for some reason, it's playing up. Now, I noticed as well we haven't got any music there, so I don't know what's been going on there either. Something weird. But anyway, I've got a bug in the system somehow, a ghost in the system. Anyway, fellas, well look, I think that's me about done. Yep, you like it, Srdjan? Yeah, look out for the photographs in the little 30-second video clip, mate. I'll put them up very shortly. Because I'm finished the stream now, I'm just going to basically shut down now. We just had a funny little mishap there where the laptop crashed, but the stream kept going because it doesn't rely on the laptop for that. So we're all good, we shouldn't have missed anything. But anyway, fellas, I am going to, well actually the software for the mixer has gone as well. So I'll need to reboot that up as well. So there's obviously something that doesn't like something else. It's a bit of a weird one. So that's the software mixer just kicking up again now. Yep, that's kicked in. Everything seems to be okay at this point in time. Let me just bring up the macros and see what's going on there. Let me put the music up full just for a second, guys, till I see what's going on here. Yep, that's it, all good. Music half, there we go. Everything's good. Alright fellas, well look, once again, thanks again for dropping into the stream. Check out the photographs in the little video that I put up in a little while, or check them out tomorrow when you've got more time. So again, thank you to everyone. I'm going to shut the shed door down. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Take care until next time. We'll see you now on, what day is this? We're on Tuesday, aren't we? Is it Tuesday? Is it Monday? Or what day is it? I'm forgetting. I'm getting lost. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So I've got SES tomorrow night. We'll be back on Thursday night. And I'm going to try and see if I can sneak a couple in. Say maybe one on Friday night, one on Saturday night if I can. And then we'll be back to Sunday. And then hopefully I'll be a bit better caught up. And hopefully my eye will be a bit better. So, okay fellas, until then, take care. Catch you all later, right? Thanks fellas, cheers.